How you guys doing? It's Jesse White out here again. I'm just gonna share with you a couple lures to use for snakehead fishing. Um, this one I use all the time. I do pretty good. Um, I think it's a lunker hunter. I've had it a while. Yeah, it is. LH. This one used to have legs for scooting and making a bunch of wakes. Feet would kick and everything else. Basically, like it was hopping. The reason I'm showing you this is because I have no idea where I put my frog box. It's not in here. As you can see, I got too much shit everywhere. I'm getting ready for duck season. I won't be snakehead fishing much longer. But your regular frogs, what you want to do is you want to get a pair of scissors. Sorry, my throat's like real raspy and dry right now. I think I'm getting sick. You want to take the skirts on them. You actually want to cut them about that short. So basically that real long skirt you got, cut it. You don't need it. You get a lot of short strikes like that by having it on there. And when you shorten it, your hooks are here. Not back here where that skirt's going to be hanging when you're pulling it. So you'll get better hookups and everything. These things are so soft, the lunker hunters. They're so soft, as like when you barely touch it, the hooks are exposed. That was another thing I was going to go over with you. A lot of you guys are buying the jawbone mice versus lunker hunter versus live target. I might have a live target rat in here. Yeah. This is my go-to. There's a lot of guys that swear by these. Matt Tull is another one. I think that's how you say his last name, Tull, Matt. He's another rat guy, and he'll tell you these things work wonders. Another thing, those skirts are so long. I trim them, but a lot of times they get ripped. This is one of my older ones, as you can see. How many fish? The belly's completely gashed out. It fills with water now, but it's so soft. So when the fish grab it, unlike your other ones, it's exposed. I'm barely putting pressure on it, and it's almost instant hookup every time. Don't get me wrong, it's bigger bait, so you lose a lot more fish if the fish have a smaller mouth. But those big ones, once they inhale it, once I was telling you guys before, is when they pop it, let them sit. They'll push the back of this mouth up, expose the hooks in their back of the throat, just like that. The bubbles will come up, and then you yank, and they're hooked. 99, well, we'll say 95% of the time, when they release that air, they push that tongue up, they're pushing this down to grab it. And once they grab it at first, and once they actually push that, the air pocket, basically the bubbles come up, you hook them. That's what you want to do. Now, that's what I was trying to tell you guys about those jawbone mice. I don't have any, like I said, one box is not out here. It has frogs, it has everything. But it actually, those things are thick. Their plastic is thick. So you want to wait an extra second to let them actually crush that son of a booger, because you lose a lot of fish on them. I mean, there'll probably be a lot of people in here telling you, sorry, it's hot as hell in this shed. A lot of people are going to tell you that your hookup ratio with those jawbone compared to live target, lunker hunter, is going to be night and day. You'll more hook up with these, more hook up with the lunker hunter, compared to the other ones. I'm going to go over with you as well. This is one of my old ones. As you can see, I've used it so much I've worn the barb off of it. This is the colored chatterbait I run. There's a guy down there that does the snakehead chatterbaits. I had a bunch of them. They work, and I've lost them. two big fish. He sent me 2 to try out, and I lost them right away. I forget his name, but when I posted on the snakehead life, he can get tagged in it. But yeah, he does put out some nice stuff. Another good bait, spinner bait that I use, the KVD. This is the color. If you look at it, the same color resembles on the chatterbait. I try to keep it kind of light because of the water down there, but if I'm running it deep, I'll use a darker color. For some reason it works better black and blue. I was trying to give you guys some hints, some tips, and these work good too. They're basically a knockoff of the Spro Rat. I've caught in, biggest one I got on this was right around, I think it was like 11 pounds. I don't use it that often, but these work really good. If you can get open water without a bunch of cover. All the hooks are bent to hell. I gotta replace the hooks, so I haven't used this. Like I said, I have whopper ploppers. That's the big ones. There's the MEPs. Like I said, I use those too. This is just my bullcrap box. That's the Berkeley, like their knockoff Storm Shad. Not a knockoff, they work. I've caught them on this as well. My go-to color is this. It looks like a yellow perch. 90% of the time I go down there, if nothing else I catch, I throw this on, I'll catch 2 to 5 pounders all day. But a lot of times I'm throwing big baits because I don't mess with small fish all the time. But if I'm down there and I ain't catching nothing, sure enough, I'm gonna grab something. Keep a box of these. There's the crayfish. Those are, like I said, whatever swims down there is what you want to be throwing. Real small, sassy shads, if you're gonna throw them. I'll tell you the truth, you catch rockfish too down there. Right there, right off the bat, that's what I'm running on. Custom rod. MHX blank, the one Brian built. B&B custom. BB custom rods. That's the one with my son's ashes in it. You can see it. In loving memory of Ash James. The reel that I had on here, the bearings went out on it, so I have a backup Abu Garcia Silver Max, and it does the same thing. It does the trick. Catch fish. That's what matters. But that's most of the stuff I use. I mean, I don't switch it up too often. If I run a buzzbait, I don't even, I put basically a dumb shad or something on the back of it as a trailer. I don't want the skirt because the hookups, not there. If that hook's not exposed, they don't want it. Well, I mean, they want it, but you don't want it because you're not going to hook up. It is easy. Like I said, you guys keep helping me. Free stuff I'll be giving away all the time. The more subscribers I get, I mean, there's fish baskets. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm just gonna give away, just basically for people helping me get my subscribers higher. I help everybody out, and everybody will tell you that I'm the type of person I give as much as I can. I'm trying to help, and I'm just trying to get myself out there to help more people as well. The more people I talk to, the more better it is. I mean, I got some of the guys breathing down my neck. Oh, you're giving the spots out, blah, blah, blah. The spots that I gave out, I don't know how many people fish there. If they want to ride around and find new spots that are down there, ooh, that's what happens. But it's more or less getting out there, having fun. Like, you know how many snakeheads are down there? I mean, I've literally, on some of those bridges, I've pulled 50 to 100 fish a day when they get in there so thick. Like, that's how thick it gets. Cornflower, I watched him. I think it was either last year or the year before. Like, I think he pulled 200 fish out in one day. Like, come on, that's a lot of fish. So there's plenty of fish to go around, and if I'm giving out spots, I'm giving out spots that people already know about. And you think about it, people go down there with their family all the time. Yeah, you see a bunch of young guys, a bunch of old dudes, but then if most of the places that I see youngsters is over there, Key Wallace. And Key Wallace is nice, but there's not as much room. Most of the places down there don't have a lot of room to begin with. That's the only thing, that's the only issue down there that I see is I wish there were spots with more pier access. Like, to have a small pier that comes out so these people can get off the roads. I mean, we haven't had really any incidents yet. So, no, great. My dog's in a chicken coop. So I have to take care of that. But yeah, that's the only issue I see down there. It wouldn't take much for the area to come together and just get some wood and build small finger piers just to get the kids, mainly the kids. The adults can take care of themselves. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be for the adults too, but more or less because there's kids down there, there should be something there for them to walk out on. I know a couple places have small piers, but most of the places along them roads, the bigger bodies of water like Key Wallace and 335, like, just have some more room. It'd be nice to have a little pier or something for these kids to be able to stand on. If you guys get a chance, like, share, comment. If you need any help with anything, what to use. There's so much stuff that I use. I mean, I'm just going over basic stuff that as soon as I get there, that's what I'm throwing. First thing in the morning, I'm throwing a rubber rat, rubber frog, something top water when that light starts to come up, and it's usually on fire. I like to fish lower tide more than I like high tide, because once they get up into vegetation, game over. Yes, they bite. Are you gonna get as many bites? No, because they're so far up in there. They're not gonna come back out there. They're where the bait is. The bait's up in there hiding. They're finding it. They're hiding. They're getting covered during the heat in the middle of the day. There's all kinds of shade back in there for them. Yes, people do catch them. But a lot of these places that people are catching them in big numbers, there's no vegetation, there's no cover. You've got basically underwater logs, trees, boats that have sunk. That's what they're catching them off of in open water, because you're like, oh, well, this guy caught them in open water. There's a lot of structure there. These spots that I'm talking about, when you're cutting through canals on a kayak, there's really no structure right there. I mean, there's fallen trees, don't get me wrong. You'll catch them around it. You're going to get a lot more snags. But if you're going to throw top water, you're not going to really get them because they're so far up into the vegetation. There's nowhere to get them. Like, yes, they're there, but the majority of them are back up in there looking for bait, cooling down. It's so hot, right? Like right now. Yeah, I mean that's all I can tell you guys. There's so much more. If you need anything, just let me know. Hit me up, message me. I'm at almost 250 subscribers in a week, and it's cool to see people enjoying my videos. I'll make tons of them. I don't care. If you guys are into duck hunting, I got a bunch of Carry Light brand new decoys, golden eyes. I'm gonna be giving those away. It's basically, I'm gonna make a video for hunting, and once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give out 2 packs of them. So 4 and 4 is 8 of them to 2 lucky people, and I will mail them personally to them. If they're local, I'll meet up with them and give them to them. Same thing with the fishing lures. 300 subscribers, I'm giving out the crayfish, Strike King, swim baits, and there was another one. I'll have to look back on the video. Can't remember. There's so much stuff going on right now. Again, take your kids fishing, keep your loved ones close. That's my motto. When you see your kids, you see your wife, get home, always tell them you love them. Kiss them goodnight, kiss them in the morning, tell them you love them before you leave. You guys stay good. It's Jesse White, I'm out.